blackheads, whiteheads, large pores, small pores. We're going to talk about all of it today. If you're new to my channel, I am Lisa. I have been a holistic master esthetician for over 40 years. I'm 59 years old, and what holistic means is I help men and women around the world with no needles, procedures, or pills. And I have done nothing to my face either. So you have over 40 years of education or of me taking care of clients and getting the same result every time. And you also have someone in me who is aging naturally, normally. This is an almost 60-year-old woman. You may like it, you may not, but I am proud of who I am, and I am proud to be able to share advice with you that works. I think every single day I get about 200 different requests between social media, texting, emailing for advice and help with skin. And every single person, I guess every single person, will tell me about different things, but pores always come into it. So I want to dedicate a video to pores. Now, if you're a peach, always comment below. Let people know your path, your testimony. But I also know you've heard a lot of these things, and I try really hard to share it in a different form. Pores are really hair follicles. Pores get scarred, or they get filled with sebum, which is dirt, oil, and dead dry skin. It can also be foundation, concealer, which if you're new to my channel, I don't wear it and I don't like it. I have nothing on my face right now, and I don't filter these videos either. And pores get stretched and scarred by these things. Bad products, bad sunscreen, foundation and concealer. And so your pore that is really a hair follicle expands, and it can look really big on your face. And if we're perspiring during the day, if we're in a different environment during the day, maybe it's hot outside, it's cold outside, it's steamy outside, your pores, you know, in layman's terms, I like to say that they're breathing or they're expanding, and they're really a part of sharing with you that something is going on with your skin, or your skin needs more oil, or your skin needs more food. Now, the skin is an oil-loving organ. So when you put all of these actives on your skin that you really shouldn't be using yet, but that's not what this video is about, you know, maybe tretinoins or all these different hormone creams that people are talking about, but you put things on your skin that your skin isn't ready for. Your skin says, I need to force oil to the surface because I need to save myself. And when it does that, it will expand those hair follicles that are really pores and make your pores look bigger. If you have done lasers, or I cannot tell you how many clients come to me and they've really done some intense things to their skin, maybe lasers, maybe chemical peels, maybe even a facelift. And I am so astonished at how filled their pores are. Or, I hate to use the word dirty, but how maybe dirty their skin is. And that, you know, before they even did these things, maybe the physician or the esthetician didn't even clean out the pores. But pores are such a big indication of what's going on with our skin. So, when you write to me and you say, I have really big pores, it's because they have been scarred or they have been expanded by too much junk in them. If you think that pores open and close, pores do not open and close. They just get stretched and scarred or expand, as I said. And it is so easy to help your pores get better. But things that aren't going to work are things like those facial strips. I always laughed when those came out. I want to say they came out in the 80s, and if I've been an esthetician for over 40 years, oh gosh, I think I probably was in my 20s, almost early 30s. And people, I would love the commercial where they'd put this strip on their nose, and we all know what it was. And there's still a lot of them out there. And then they'd come away and they'd say that that was blackheads. That's not blackheads. That's a hair follicle. You cannot take blackheads out by using a strip. You cannot take blackheads out by scrubbing a little bit more. Even cleaning a little bit better. Many times we have to get rid of the decades of cumulative damage. So that's what makes the pore really seem clogged, or really seem like there's a filament over it, if you would. And then as you remove those decades of damage, your pores will start to purge out. They'll start to kind of clean out. So there's a couple ways of knowing that that's going on. A whitehead. A whitehead is a blackhead that got really impacted and then it got really infected. And so a whitehead tells you that that pore is trying to clean out, but it's also telling you that something is going on with your skin, obviously. So what do I have you do with that? Wrap tissue around your finger. Push that whitehead out. Get it cleaned out. And I know everyone, tells you don't pick your skin, don't do this to your skin. I'm not telling you to scratch it. I'm not telling you to pick it without doing it properly. You want to exfoliate first. I'm a huge person about gently exfoliating before cleansing. You want to cleanse your skin. Wrap tissue around your fingers. A great time would be after a hot shower or a hot bath, and push that whitehead out. And that's a great time to also push a blackhead out. Now, a blackhead is dirt, oil, dead, dry skin, sebum, and oxygen has gotten at it, and it's made it really black or really dark. And it's really changed the sebum, if you will. That's why you see it. And that is a good way to clean that out of your pore as well. Wrap tissue around your finger after a hot shower, maybe a hot bath. And this is typically where people say to me, well, what if I steam my face? Steaming is really old school. However, if you're going to do it at home, be very careful. You can certainly steam your skin just to get yourself to sweat a little bit, and it can make it a little easier to push those things out. In the treatment rooms at Peaches Skincare, we don't really use steam. We like to do some other things prior to getting your extractions out or doing your extractions, but hot towels are a part of that. So you don't necessarily have to be over a hot, steaming, boiling water like in old school, or a hot, a bowl of water, but you can use some hot towels just to soften that dirt and oil and to help you to, push it out a little bit. And then there's another type of pore that is really clogged, and that is a milia. So milia, you have a blackhead, it's expanded, your pore, it's scarred it, it's stretched it, and the oxygen has hit it, and now it looks very black. You have a whitehead where that has finally come out. But then you also have a milia, where your skin has so many decades of cumulative damage that it has actually almost grown over that hair follicle, grown over that pore, and it's a little cyst underneath. And typically those are something you have to go get extracted. Whereas a blackhead and a whitehead is something that, you can physically do. You can start to get a hold of. A milia is something that an esthetician has to go in very gently, and if they're good, they can get it out really quickly and help you to, get that milia under control. I always say that blackheads are telling you you're doing something wrong. You've got to stop doing the things that you're doing. Whiteheads mean things are starting to clean out. Maybe they're starting to purge, or you may have an infection, and you can reach out to me, Lisa at peachesskincare.com. I'm not a physician, but I can tell you, what's going on. And then milia is something that really tells you, hey, this is really getting out of control. Milia is like weeds. You'll start to get them all over your face. However, once you get them under control, you can keep them at bay for years. You can keep them at bay forever. So just understand that pores really tell us what's going on with our skin. I always tell a new client to send me a picture and to look at your neck. If your neck looks really healthy, your neck looks like there's no discoloration, there's nothing going on, but your face, the skin on your face looks a different color, a different tone, we know that you've got decades of cumulative damage. And that's normal for everyone. You can be 15 years old and you already have decades of cumulative damage from a child. We do most of the damage by age 20 to 23. And so from that point, your skin just starts thickening to protect itself. And it is amazing when I have someone start exfoliating gently, start getting on a great routine, the changes that you can see quickly. So stop using the strips, stop doing lasers, stop scraping at your skin. Dermaplaning is just shaving. Actual dermaplaning is done in a surgical office with a surgical blade. And just gently take care of your skin and help those pores that are really hair follicles to clean out. You will be amazed at how quickly your skin will change over. And a little trick that a lot of my peaches know is wearing a mask to bed at night. At night is when our body heals itself. It's when it purges out impurities through many of the organs, including the largest organ of the body, the skin, through your pores. And so when you wear these masks to bed, they are anti-inflammatory, they are healing, and they are firming. I hope that I've encouraged you, and I hope I've helped all of you to uncover your true confidence.